Welcome back, y'all. Not another top 10 show coming back finally
Been a
after
while.
a very grueling season 1 of Film Eat Film. Congratulations to the champ, Trace Couch Passion.
Thank you very much.
I mean, he cheated in the semifinals, but that's fine.
He cheated in the semifinals, and then
and the
Damon
finals.
somehow rooted for him 9-6 in the fucking finals. So
I paid him heavily.
From him later, so that's fine.
I paid him heavily with
No.
love.
But seriously, if you haven't seen that video, go check it out.
Sweet when I beat you for it. So.
Thank you everyone for who's been subscribing and liking our videos. You guys are awesome. We blew apart our goal for the year and maybe remaking a new goal. So
300. No, I'm just kidding.
yeah, we're at 158 right now. So anyways, Mel Gibson back on the big screen behind the camera. And in honor of that, not another top 10 show and the real frame of mind, we are doing top 10 Mel Gibson movies that he has acted and directed in. So please sit back, relax, enjoy this, and I hope it's going to be good. For those of you who need a quick refresher on how we do this, we made a top 10 list involving Mel Gibson movies that he's directed and acted in. What we're going to do is highlight our top 5. If any of us share a movie within our top 5 that is more towards one than another person's, we're going to tell them to reach back in their 6 through 10 and replace that one with 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You get what I'm saying? So,
Dibs last.
okay.
Oh, Dib's not first.
I'll go first. That's fine with me. So here's how we'll do it. We'll break it down 5-4, each of us, 3-2, and then we'll do our ones. All right?
Fair enough.
So, here we go. Number 5 for me, and I made sure I did not cheat this time and put everything into just one. Number 5 is Lethal Weapon.
Higher.
I did that on purpose because I wanted to talk about this movie. Number 6, We Were Soldiers.
There you go.
All right. So We Were Soldiers, actually directed by usually the writer to Mel Gibson's movies, Randall Wallace. And I think he did an exceptional job with the story about the Vietnam War in the beginnings of the Vietnam War. I think it humanizes some of the Vietnamese in a way. I'm saying this as sort of a stretch, but I think Mel Gibson in this film does such a fantastic job of just owning the screen. When he looks deep into the camera or just off camera with those big eyes and starts to cry or quiver his lip, man, I'm done. That sounds really, really gay, but I'm done, man.
You love the guy.
I love Mel Gibson. I'm so glad he's back. Anyways, back to We Were Soldiers. To me, this sort of cast of Sam Elliott being the gruff, older,
Just being Sam Elliott.
pretty much, but he's a real big douche in this movie, which is great. You got Gary Bertier in this, Bertier's mama, and boy, the pilot guy, he's in everything.
Greg Kinnear?
Greg Kinnear, yep. He's in there. I think it's just, I think it's a nice cast, and I think what it does is sort of, it talks about a war that I think sort of gets overlooked. I mean, it's heavily, obviously, I guess romanticized in film. We have a lot of Vietnam movies.
Yes.
But this one I think takes a little bit more of a black and white picture of the first few days, and I think it adds a tremendous score. To me, is one that I can listen to pretty much over and over, and it's great. Actually, I think it was Man of Steel, or you ever see End of Watch?
Mm-hmm.
They steal the song that they run to the helicopters in at the final. I'm not gonna spoil End of Watch, but at the ending, and it took me out of End of Watch, dude. I was like, too soon,
Nope.
too soon.
This is designated to another movie. Please don't.
It was We Were Soldiers, man,
Yeah.
right away. So I think, go back and watch it because I think it's it's sort of glossed over in the thick of things. Barry Pepper's in it.
Yeah, Barry Pepper.
Who does an amazing job.
Barry Pepper's underrated, honestly.
He is, and it shows the horrors of war, but also just those first couple days of them dropping in. And like I said, Mel Gibson owns the screen like he does in everything he acts in, and I think it's just it's a tremendous film.
And you can say what you want about Mel Gibson as a dude, like as in a real life person, but the guy can act, like especially in like these raw, gritty moments. Like his bravado is just so like it's mesmerizing, like you said. And yeah, he's great in this. And it's weird because I've actually trying to compile my list, I was asking some of my friends at work, people who've actually been in wars, served in the military, and they love. Two different people actually love this movie. So I mean, they're doing something. They're doing something right with this one. So.
Damon, have you seen it?
Nope.
All right. Hence is why it's not on your list. But I think it's one that you can just go back to and sort of rewatch. Not over and over because it is kind of it's kind of gut wrenching to watch at times. And I think it has a young the dude from American Pie, Chris
Klein.
Chris Klein in it, and that one it's impactful. It's just on the home front and on the actual war front. It juxtaposes those two fronts fairly well. It deals with racism. It deals with all sorts of different colored skins, religious aspects, and everything like that, which I think is great because, I mean, not to say this and I hate beating an old drum, but like, in this day and age, I mean, it's kind of a refreshing movie to watch where you can go in there and not have it be, either overly racist or it talks about things like
for
that,
sure.
which is good. So moving on from We Were Soldiers, which got put into my number 5, my number 4 is going to be Signs.
Take it.
Go for it.
Wow. Okay. M. Night Shyamalan. Big. I remember when I watched this film and I was just completely worried to watch it. I thought I was gonna be scared shitless. It was I think of it as a great thriller.
For sure.
And the way that Shyamalan deals with tension throughout the film, I think it's excellent. Again, with Mel Gibson, and you have that deep voice, that soothing voice, and everything like that, sort of manning the family. But throughout the film, he has to sort of attack his own weaknesses head on to become, to complete his character arc, which I think is beautiful.
Right. And it's not just like, I mean, it's not a straightforward, sci-fi alien movie. There's a lot more deeper things, like you said. Like family problems, dealing with his wife's death and stuff like that. All those things are very integral to the movie, and it's not a bad movie. I mean, a lot of people give it crap, obviously, because this was shortly after this, some say this is the decline of M. Night Shyamalan right here. But I mean, the guy can direct. He really can. It's just sad to see the movies he's brought out recently. But I mean, right here he shines. I agree. I really do like Signs, and I think it gets better more I watch it, more I revisit it too.
Yeah, I mean, I think Joaquin Phoenix does a great job.
Yep.
The young Culkin does good, and
Abigail Breslin.
Yep, your girl from Zombieland.
Yep.
I think she does a fantastic job too. She's minimal in it. I mean, she doesn't say much, but.
Right.
I really do, and I love piecing together the actual sign because I think that's something that M. Night Shyamalan does mostly well. And I would back up Lady in the Water, and I could even defend The Village in a way. So I'm not completely against Shyamalan for his works, but like even Sixth Sense, where you have to piece together, these, what's going on in the film.
Right.
I think that's great. He's
Unbreakable
great at that.
too. Yeah, I mean, do in there. So, yeah, great stuff.
So I mean, I guess just to highlight something that I love from him is just when he has that conversation with Merrill, his brother. This is Mel Gibson's character on the couch after the kids have fallen asleep, and they're talking about, do you believe in miracles or signs, or does stuff still just happen? And it's something that I still think about to this day. Is there shit out there that's pointing me in a direction that it's going to change whether I take it or not, or is everything just bound to happen?
Right.
And I think it's I think him having to face his demons and everything like that, I think it's a great narrative. So that's my 4.
All right, because Damon jumped like I'm next. Probably have to repick, but here is my 5. I'm going with Lethal Weapon 2. Higher? Fuck off. All right, then my next one, because I didn't want to do this, but I'm gonna go with The Beaver.
Hey-yo.
You do
Higher?
like The Beaver.
I do like the movie. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Of course, not higher.
Huh?
What's wrong with you?
You guys didn't like this movie?
No, I like it.
Okay, thank you.
It's tender.
It is tender, and it's a surprising. I think this was a directorial debut for Jodie Foster, possibly.
Could be.
I'll look.
I'll fact check it.
Will you
go
fact
ahead,
check?
because I'm not doing anything.
Okay, cool. But yeah, no, it is a tender movie. I think it has it's a different concept. But I think the way that Foster handles it and the way that it's written, it really does carry weight still too. Mel Gibson's character is obviously going through like mad depression, and it's wrecking his relationship with his family, and he finally gets out of that by channeling himself through a beaver puppet. And that sounds like a comedy, but it is absolutely far from a comedy. It's very, very dramatic, and it's very real. And I mean, the main cast, is great. With Jodie Foster plays the wife, and then you got Anton Yelchin, and I think it was Jennifer Lawrence too.
Is that the guy that died by the car?
Anton Yelchin, R.I.P.
R.I.P.
But yeah, I mean, everybody brings their best effort, and it was just a movie I was kind of just, I don't know, was gonna watch because, oh, that's weird, Mel Gibson in the midst of his breakdown, in a movie about a man having a breakdown. Great, let's watch it.
Right.
And it was good. Mel Gibson performs like he always does. He gives it his all, and yeah, I thought everybody was good. Is that her first movie?
No. I'll go through her directorial credits. She did one episode from Tales from the Dark Side in 1983.
Feature film.
Actually, it was in 1988 that she did that. She did a movie called Little Man Tate.
Yeah, I remember Little Man Tate.
Do you really?
In 1991.
He's like a brainiac, I think.
Yeah, she did a movie called Home for the Holidays in 1995.
Okay.
And then it was The Beaver.
So 95 to 2011, there was a jump.
Yeah. Well, she wasn't really doing anything in that time period, so. She also directed 2 episodes of Orange is the New Black and 1 episode of House of Cards.
Oh, very cool.
And Money Monster.
Yeah, Money Monster. I knew that she did that
I
one
did
too.
not know that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but there, Beaver, I picked it. You guys have anything to say?
Never seen it.
I think it's soundly direct.
Yeah.
I enjoy it, and
I mean, it's nothing to go home for. I mean, it's nothing crazy, you know what I mean.
But I mean, it's
with
with Gibson, I think he can carry, maybe even a mediocre script or what, his presence on screen is just it's something that is, I've seen it in a way like who does a great what's his Kevin Spacey. Does a good, I mean, he's not as big of a presence, but I love Spacey on screen, and I think Christian Bale, kind of does it, but like nobody's ever been able to do it for me like Gibson. He's just how deep his voice is. He should have a radio show or something, man. He should come on The Real Frame of Mind.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, that was my
language.
Got moved to my number 5, and I'm obviously gonna have to move my number 4, but I'll try it. It's gonna be The Patriot.
Get out of here.
Yeah. Okay.
Get out of town.
This sucks. Okay, so all right, well, let's do it. Number 4, Ransom.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, it is not a bad movie, honestly. You got some.
on my list.
I mean, really, it goes back. I mean, it is a pretty straightforward concept. Mel Gibson character's like this rich guy, and his son gets kidnapped for him, and obviously, ransom, where's the title comes in.
What?
Yeah. But I honestly, I think the biggest part of this movie is the performance by Gibson, and honestly, he kills it. Like in a movie that I wasn't expecting so much, to be brought forward from him, and he brings in every scenario. Not to mention Gary Sinise, as I believe he's the bad guy in the movie too.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, sorry.
Get him out, my son.
Yeah, oh man, there's a totally funny thing for that one on me. It's an inside thing. Anyways, This was a good movie.
Leave the audience hanging.
Yeah, it's a wrestling thing. Nobody's gonna get it. Not even him, because he won't watch it.
Ooh.
It's that puppet thing I've been trying to get you to watch.
Oh yeah. No.
Okay. He plays a clip of that every time he talks about something, and it's funny, fucking hilarious. Anyways, I'm gonna keep this short and sweet because I wasn't prepared to talk about this movie. But honestly, it was a throwaway movie I watched one time, and I really liked it. So that's my...
It is. It is. I do. Rene Russo.
Yeah, Rene Russo's in it too.
Keeping
again.
the love alive.
Yep, keeping that.
I do think it's one of those popcorn thrillers that you can just put in and watch on a rainy day and have a good time with it. Again, we're gonna say this a million freaking times, so just pause
Oh,
us
yeah.
if you don't want to hear us. Dude owns the screen, man.
Yeah, he does.
And I think Sinise does a good job at that twist at the end that he's actually the guy that takes him captive because I think he's buddies with.
They are close.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I enjoy it too.
Real quick, some crazy side people in this movie.
Crazy.
Liev Schreiber's in it, and Donnie Wahlberg.
Donnie, Blue Bloods.
I don't remember them in it.
Just a random shout out for Blue Bloods.
My aunt loves Blue Bloods.
Blue Bloods.
Saw 3.
Yeah.
Dead Silence.
Yeah. His very small part in Sixth Sense.
He is fucked up in that movie.
Yeah, I know. That's it for me, Damon. You're up.
That was your 4?
Apparently.
Oh, Christ. Alright, so I know you guys probably have this higher.
Yeah.
Number 5, conspiracy theory.
No, you're good, dude.
Oh, man. That sucks. So, there was a phase in my life when I watched pretty much anything that I could find that Mel Gibson was in.
That's a good phase to go through. It's a great phase.
It was probably around the same time that Lethal Weapon was in my life. So, conspiracy theory happened. My mom watched it. She had it, I believe.
VHS?
Probably.
Yes.
And then I watched it henceforth. And I really like the movie. I like his character, I guess. I mean, it's obviously like kind of a ripoff of the taxi driver character in the sense that like Mel Gibson is a taxi driver, kind of crazy, like talks about conspiracy theories a lot, and at one point was like a hitman or something. It's a bit weird.
Well,
but
Travis Bickle was in Vietnam, right?
Correct.
yes,
That's why he's fucked up.
yeah, and I don't know if there was something wrong with Mel Gibson's character. I do like that he talks really fast and almost has like an autistic kind of feel to it, but obviously isn't. What?
Was he really good in this one, too?
I would say he owned the screen.
Yeah!
Oh, fuck.
Give me back my son!
I don't have the equivalent
I'm
for
all
that
gonna
in
love
this
that.
in this movie. But yeah, it's just it's kind of a dumb movie, but it's something I liked. With Julia Roberts and Patrick Stewart, and they do good jobs and whatnot. It's kind of weird. It's the first time I ever heard of not To Kill a Mockingbird, the other one.
Oh, that one.
Shit, I can't remember the book's name. But like the main plot point featured around a fucking book. I can't remember the name of it now.
I'm gonna look it up for you, bro.
It's not House on Mango Street. It's something we read in fucking.
Was Fahrenheit that one?
No,
Oh.
it was a freshman year book. We read it in Swizzy's class.
Oh, the one with Holden Caulfield?
Yeah,
Oh, Catcher in the Rye.
Catcher in the Rye. Yeah, like there's a huge plot point around Catcher in the Rye, and that was like my first introduction into that book, which is a fucked up book.
Fucked up. It made a guy kill a beetle.
Yeah,
All
I think
right.
that was kind of like.
Miss you, Switzky.
I think that was kind of what they were, hinting at in this movie.
Knudsen, I know you're laughing right now. Hot CA muffins. Was that your 5?
Yeah, that was my 5.
All right, hit me with 4.
Number 4. Ha ha ha. Lethal Weapon 4.
Come on!
Trace, you don't have it higher?
No, I don't.
You
didn't
put all of his lethal weapons into one.
Oh, I didn't put it on my
No,
list.
I didn't cheat.
Oh.
But I know you guys. You know what
No,
I mean? Like,
I didn't put it on my list because I thought you guys were gonna have it. Just, I just
You're
was
goddamn
like,
right I am.
Okay.
I love Lethal Weapon 4. It's a fantastic movie. I mean, like,
dude,
I
it's a
feel like
straight
most of our
comedy.
friendship has been, like, just quoting this movie.
Yeah.
like, over and
It's a
over
straight
again.
comedy, dude. If you look at it
Yeah.
as a straight comedy, this movie is baller.
Which I feel like there's a turn somewhere, like, in the third movie, which I honestly feel like is the worst of all of them. With, I mean, the fact that this is a straight comedy, there's a turn into from the third one where it goes into straight comedy. Like, a lot of the third one is spent kind of stupidly, and I feel like once they got it into a comedy, because they're old, like at a certain point, they're legitimately too old to be doing this shit.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
especially with like the introduction into like with Jet Li, who's probably a solid like 15 years younger than. I mean, he
In
looks at
Hong
least 15
Kong,
years.
you'll be dead. He counts his rosary or those little beads.
God, that was such a weird. Like it was so funny, but so weird.
It's pretty racist too.
Yeah, it definitely is. There's some sketchy parts in that, and whatever. Yeah, I just love these.
I will back it up by saying the stunt work and the stunt effects in this movie do not waver from 1 to 4 because there is still some shitty ass stunt work in this movie.
Yeah.
When he's driving the forklift at the end, not Mel Gibson, not at all. And then you can see when they're jumping off the building and when they're supposed to be handcuffed together, their hands move. Like clearly you can see them move. So it's like you can't even argue that the effects of the stunt work is better because it's not.
No.
That and they drive a Pontiac Grand Am through a freaking building, which is great.
The ridiculousness of this movie is
He's
just fantastic.
he's sliding on that table behind that like motorhome.
I was
or
about to
whatever.
say they were fighting in a portable home that they
Yeah.
were just like moving across on a highway.
But that beginning when they're on a boat, get out here at sea and everything becomes fucking nautical.
What to the rigs?
Aft, astern.
Uh,
Yeah, it's great, dude. Lethal Weapon 4, I'm so glad it's on this list.
uh,
The older generation just doesn't understand.
They
All
don't.
right. 3 for me. Apocalypto.
Higher.
Oof. Okay, let me go down to 7. What Women Want, baby.
Yeah!
tell your story.
Oh, okay. So I'm freshman year at UW Oshkosh Titans. Dorm. We have a end of the year dorm room meeting, right? And they're giving away movies, this drawing, and I don't win shit. So here's what happens: they're drawing for all these movies. All these movies are going. All the good ones are gone. They pull my name, and the last 2 remaining movies are Milo and Otis and What Women Want. And for the split second that I'm sitting down waiting to stand up, I'm thinking, dude, I want What Women Want. That's the one I want to pick. But I'm in a whole floor meeting. I can't pick that movie.
Yeah.
So to this day, I have Milo and Otis instead of What Women Want. So,
Did you ever get What Women Want?
I have not. I have not.
Man. Well,
Th-
now
there's-
we have Christmas.
I was gonna say Christmas present.
There's something about the premise to this movie that is very, very intriguing to me. It's something that, just to think, back in like freshman year, dude, I didn't give a shit what people thought about me. I walked around with like duct tape on my shoes
for sure.
and wore like cut off sweatshirts and that I made the night before, like in honor of Survivor contestants. Like I didn't care, man. And I
in
think
that instance.
yeah, and it somehow like became the opposite, where it's like then you grow up and you're like, oh man, I wonder what this guy thinks about me or this person, and then you see What Women Want. Like he can fucking know what women are actually thinking about him, and I think I like the story. It's fun in the sense that like you have this great back and forth between Helen Hunt and Mel Gibson, and the kind of like that playboy personality that Gibson has in that movie. I think like Rick said a million freaking times,
But,
like he plays it very well.
Yeah, but and the nice thing about this is though is it's different, kind of like a different
Right.
role for him because he's mostly
More
playing
feminine.
a tough guy. Yeah, exactly. Way more feminine. I mean, he
And-
have like that bath scene where he's like getting himself like
Yeah.
all done up.
Yeah.
It's been a bit, but yeah.
And that
That's
the
how
little
he learns what women want.
and his
That's
daughter
true,
in the
yeah.
movie is the little girl from Lionheart. Yeah, dude, that's fact check that, boys. I
Okay,
know
I
I'm
gotcha.
right.
Lionheart?
Lionheart with Jean-Claude Van Damme. I'm almost positive that's her. Anyways,
Let me look for you.
I think it's great, but overall his arc, where he uses it to kind of literally get it in with these women, and then starts to use it towards these women's feelings, and then, he gets a little bit more, he has a little bit more of a personal feelings with these women who he used to kind of just blow off. So, What Women Want, man. I guess that's my number, 4?
Yeah.
All
No,
right.
3.
3.
Jeez Louise.
Well, okay. So my 2 then is The Patriot. Nobody has it higher than that?
Fuck.
Somebody took what? Did you forget to put it on?
No, I have it at 3, which means I have to put one in fucking shit.
Welcome to my life, dude.
So The Patriot, man. What can I say? Actually tried to go back and go ahead.
Who was her?
It was her, the
Yeah.
daughter.
Ashley
Lionheart.
Johnson's her name.
Suck it, everyone.
Yep,
Anyways, Patriot.
I'm on lock. Anyways,
Do it.
The Patriot, man. I just have to say some things off the top of my head about this film, and one of it is going to be that I think it is the best film from Roland Emmerich. I think it's his best movie, flat out.
Oh, hands down.
I think it's underrated. I think it doesn't step on toes when it comes to like Native Americans or slavery and African Americans. It doesn't touch it at all, and I'm totally fine with it. I'm totally fine with that. Of course, because I'm a 26-year-old white male,
Yeah.
but Spike Lee had an
dare
issue
you.
with it, but he also has an issue with somebody using the N-word too much. You know,
Yeah.
so it's like give me a break, Spike. Come on.
Yeah.
I respect you, but
Where's the
come on.
middle ground that he
Yeah.
wants? Can you just tell us what
Right.
you want us to be?
Or why don't you just direct it?
Yeah.
Because then it would be shit.
That's Damon, not me, Spike.
Yeah.
I mean,
You have Spike Lee top 10.
We should
I've seen one.
do the right
You've
thing.
probably seen
Yes,
more.
I love Do the Right Thing, but
Malcolm
everything
X?
else is just.
Anyways, sorry,
I haven't
Spike
seen
Lee.
Malcolm X.
Inside Man?
I've seen it, but yeah.
Oh, what?
Okay.
Anyways,
He got game.
Nope.
Okay, never mind.
25th Hour?
No.
Okay, well, I have a whole Spike Lee joint collection over there you can borrow.
All right.
Some stuff in there. Anyway, sorry. Back to Mel Gibson. The Patriot, I think Roland Emmerich's best film. It doesn't step on toes. The only thing I will say about this negative is that it does portray the British in it's not a positive light at all. But I think it really. But I think it really makes Jason Isaacs is a great villain, man. And he wins throughout that movie. The personal battles with him and Gibson over and over and over again, and that final scene is just it's great. I mean, I can quote this movie frontwards to backwards. It's so amazing. I think obviously the shots are beautiful. All the battle scenes, the way they're lining up and they're moving and everything like that. I think it uses voiceover when it needs to use voiceover. I think it progresses through the film very nicely. And I think it takes, Mel Gibson's character on a ride from, from the beginning. You can hear his quote. He's long feared that his sins would return to visit him, and the cost is more than he can bear. And it's true. And then in the end, you have him sort of coming to terms with the fact that what he did, as a younger man, it wasn't negative, because although his sons are gone, they're still rebuilding. They're rebuilding their town because of what his son stood for. So they didn't die in vain. They actually died for a great cause. And I think the editing sequences, mainly the battle where Gabriel's family or his in-laws and his wife are burnt in that church, which is a very powerful scene. And he goes and takes like a garrison of troops or men and goes and rides down these horse soldiers and he thinks he has the guy dead, and just the shot, the editing within that sequence of Jason Isaacs not knowing who it is, and then you get the reaction, obviously, of Heath Ledger's character getting stabbed, and then you have Isaacs kind of like, wait, I know you.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, I'm going to get the hell out of here. And then you have Mel Gibson. And let me tell you, man, when Mel Gibson gets on screen, I'm a very, very big advocate for scenes where it's emotional, where you have to cry.
Yeah.
Show me some friggin' tears, man.
Oh, for sure. You don't believe it otherwise. Like, I don't
it's
know.
tough. Yeah, it's tough. Like,
Especially
it's
in a
like, show me
moment-
something.
Yeah, especially like a moment like that. Like, if you want to really bring something out, if you're not bawling your eyes out, like, or given the situation, then it's like, I don't know, how can I believe you? You know what I mean? Like,
Right. And I just feel like, just a nod to ABC's Once Upon a Time. I mean, every time a character cries in that movie, that show,
Yeah.
sorry. there's tears coming down. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that I can respect. Whether they blow something in their eyes or these actors can actually make those tears come out.
Somebody's just blowing.
No,
their eyes.
there's a real thing.
Is that real?
Yeah, they blow, like, it's not like toxic to their eyes, but it gets something in their eyes to make them water.
Jeez.
But like the way Gibson can get those 2 droplets of tears coming out is superb. And when he's holding his son there at the end, it's like, holy
Jeez.
it's a deep scene, and I think it's something, it's a gut check for his character. It's a gut check for us because we've come to love the character's name is Gabriel so much because of what he stands for and everything like that, and it's just
For sure.
it's gut wrenching. So I think overall, I mean, I don't know what you guys can chime in.
Unrelated, probably my favorite crier is Michael Fassbender.
If you can, if all you have to do is cry in command to win Oscars, sign me up because I can make myself cry on demand.
Do it right now.
Or I have to work up to it.
I'm
but
just kidding.
I can if you want me to. But yeah, go ahead.
I think we've had this discussion before, and you were like, "It's just one tear," and I didn't.
Whatever. If I can get a tear going just
Fuck yourself.
because, I'll do it. Here we go.
Anyway, I think the scene that you were talking about with Gabriel's death, spoiler for a 20-year-old movie.
20?
16.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's pretty close. I took a random guess.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2001.
dude, 10
right?
years old when I fell in love with this movie. It's insane.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Anyway, I think the best part of that is when the priest gets shot and throws up his gun, and Gabriel just catches it and shoots it like just one fluid motion. It was great. That's all I've got. You went over it pretty well. I don't have anything else involved.
No.
in
But
this.
I will say, and I will defend that part because not only is it badass,
It's bad.
That's what I'm getting at. Like, it's probably my favorite scene with Heath Ledger in the entire movie.
because you can see that he knows so like you and this is where I think it's so well edited. I'm not lost at all. So you see Gabriel fighting this one guy, right? And he's struggling with it because this is like the second boss man, right? In like a video game. Still tough, but he's beatable. But you're struggling, man. Your health's on low. What does the Reverend do? He sees him, and you could see him like he's going to go shoot at someone else, and then he like turns and looks like, oh shit, Gabriel's in trouble. I'm going over there, and then Gabriel handles it as he comes to jab the butt of the rifle that the Reverend has just jacks this dude in the back right into Gabriel's blade. So then he's screwed, like he's dead finally, and then he's going to turn and then get shot, and then it's like, oh, here, take my rifle.
Yeah.
Which is great. It's a great scene.
And it also helps like build up. Okay, yeah, all right, we're going in. Heath Ledger's character is like, I mean, it's a badass scene, but he's coming in and you're rooting for it. You know what I mean? And then disaster happens.
What
and
Go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, and then just it overall just builds because you just hate Jason Isaacs' character and the whole.
He is
fucking
a
movie.
class A dick.
Yeah, like you just like literally
fantastic villain.
cheered at the end when he gets the axe. You know what I mean?
Well, and hold that thought. I mean, obviously we're gonna move on quickly here, but I just want to say, they flesh out all these characters to the point where you have these these side characters like John Billings. Like, why the hell do I remember that guy's name?
Yeah.
Oh, because he has that goofy laugh, or whatever it is.
sure.
And then you were like, you feel for him when his family gets slaughtered and he takes his own life, or when the Reverend after Gabriel rouses the church to get all these people to come to his side and help them in the militia, and then you have the Reverend, one of the best lines of all time that he says, and I actually I wrote it on my best man box for Ray.
Really?
Yeah, it's a shepherd must tend his flock and at times fight off the wolves. Oh my God, man. And that right there is just so great because he's just protecting his people, and he's I mean, some people who are religious might think that's not very good, but it serves well for this purpose.
Yeah.
And
especially at the time. I mean, it's different now, but
Right.
I mean, definitely at the time, it's what you needed to do. And that's what people did.
unsung hero though, John Williams' score.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He scored this film, and it is. I've listened to it like for the past week now at work, just over and over again. It is so great. From the moment you see the title and that tomahawk and everything like that, it is just it's such an incredible score. And how about that death scene, Jason Isaacs?
So good, so satisfying.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
but even the lines again, it's just like kill me before the war is over, Pierce. You're not the better man. you're right. My sons were better men. And that's that moment is like, like game over. Like that should be the stupidest line, but Gibson makes it work so well, and just how much he just cares for his family in this time, and then he's his sons open his eyes to see like there's more to it than just guarding your family. You gotta protect this world that we're trying to create. And that scene where they're fighting, it's like, I'll find you when all this is over. I forbid you to go. I'm not a child. You're my child. I was like, okay, Mel.
Know,
all right,
right?
I'm your child.
It's just another testament to Mel Gibson, because I could just hear, when you said that line, I could just hear him saying it. You know what I mean? Like, it's great.
Don't you walk away from me, boy. Yeah. And I'm like, turn around, Gabriel. Turn around.
Don't piss him off right now.
But that's, you're up.
Holy shit.
Okay, here I go. What do you do?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Well, my movie's gonna...
Right now.
Dude. Well, Katie's going on.
Anyways, this movie's going to be higher on somebody else's list. I already know, because you both already... Or wait, you didn't do yours, but he did. Oh my God. Braveheart.
Higher.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Mad Max.
All right.
First one. Great movie. It started off Mel Gibson's career. And it started off the trilogy to come, and now rebooted, I guess, Mad Max series, and it just got better and better. But this is the one that started it off. So, and it gave us George Miller, who is just a fantastic director when he's not directing Happy Feet.
Damon loves that movie. Don't push him over the edge.
I mean, damn right. Don't push me over the edge.
Right.
I said that because that little penguin sings that, right?
Yeah, and that made me love that song. It made me love that movie. It was just that song.
Don't fuck with Damon and Happy Feet, man.
Okay,
Dude,
I know now. Okay.
I love song movies, man.
Okay.
Yeah, but you didn't like Wizard of Oz over Newsies.
Oh, well, you should have argued it better. I'm just kidding.
Holding on to it. Anyways,
City over here.
short and sweet. Mad Max was fun. It was low budget, but I mean, it did what it had to do, and obviously it was a hit because what was it, number 2 on his overall list? So it was.
Check out Mel Gibson Movie Breakfast Challenge.
Yeah. So great little fun movie that spawned a franchise off of it. So
definitely got our Mel Gibson train rolling there with Mad Max.
Yeah. For sure.
For sure.
So that was my short.
I only have one thing.
Okay, go.
I had to turn it off because I couldn't. I should have just put.
Subtitles?
Yeah, because I couldn't understand a goddamn thing they were saying. Like
Subtitles.
Come on,
literally
Australia.
do
Because
that.
he was still using his Australian accent.
Yeah.
you fucks.
He's
So-
better with an English accent.
Yeah.
Sorry,
It
Mel.
definitely is.
Okay.
You're getting
So
popcorn
going
all over
to
the place.
number
Donuts.
2 is Apocalypto.
Okay. Let's talk about it.
Obviously just a directed film from him. He was not in it, but man, this movie was such a surprise and really a breath of fresh air, because it's a unique movie in that it's obviously a foreign film technically. I don't know if it's American produced, but
I think so, but it's foreign speaking.
yeah, it's a
Right.
foreign speaking film completely. And it's just about a group of Mayans. What? Jaguar Paw was his name?
Oh, hell yeah.
The main character?
Or you can call him Lil Wayne.
Little Wayne, yeah. Pretty much. Yeah,
Kinda
he does
looks
look
like
like him. But yeah, it's just his journey and the relationship he has with his tribe and the rival tribes, and it's just honestly, out of all of the movies he's directed, this one stands out for me because it does everything that it really needs to do, all while painting just this, honestly, some of the colors, I can just see them right now through the film, and
It's
just
gorgeous, yeah.
gorgeous to look at. And I thought all of the actors felt genuine because he really went out of his way to find actors that were legitimate, had legitimate ties to the Mayan ancestry, to play these actors or these characters in these movies. So it's just it's a movie I keep going back to. Plus, I didn't know it was a Mel Gibson movie when the first time I saw it, so I was like, "What? This is a Mel Gibson movie?" It blew my mind.
Sophomore year in college, I took this a WIBIS course, Writing Based Inquiry Seminar. but it was film related.
Okay.
So we watched movies and dissected movies and shit like that.
Cool.
And we had tables, and each of the tables had to pick a director. And I was sick that day, or at a tennis meet or something. I come back, and I'm at the Mel Gibson table. I'm thinking, like, what the hell are these people smoking?
Yeah.
Why would you choose Mel Gibson of all people? And here
Yeah.
I am right now, thinking, yes, the Mel Gibson table,
I
baby.
know,
That's
right?
what I'm at. Yep.
For sure. And yeah, it really, it's just, I don't know. Damon, you have anything to say about this one?
I will not explain myself. I don't like this movie.
Please
Wow.
explain.
Please
I will
explain.
not.
Come on, dude.
Why? You can't just say you don't like the movie and say, nope, not going to tell you
I've
Think
why.
of the
seen
audience.
it twice, and I just never. I don't like it. I don't
Really?
think it's that good. I don't.
I think it's fantastic.
I feel like it's just another movie.
I think it's an adrenaline rush, man,
It's
and like
adrenaline rush the whole time.
I love the blocking. You know, the way he blocks, especially that main villain. You know, the way
Yes.
he's always head and shoulders above everybody else.
Superimposing the entire time.
And it's and it's so you know, the way he introduces the tribe that we're supposed to watch after and have feelings about, and then Jaguar Paw getting, you know, stolen, and then just the size and the spectacle of the Mayan village, or
Yeah.
well, I should say the city,
and the temples.
the rituals that they go through, and you know the destiny of this Jaguar Paw, and when they
Yeah.
make them run that length,
And then the
Yeah.
serpentine, yeah. Oh man, that's
that is
intense.
that is very intense. And then, you know, it's like it's great, man. We did it with airsoft guns and stuff. It was
Yeah.
you know, we used to do that, like, you gotta run, we'll give you 3 seconds, and we start shooting, you know, like, you're running sideways, like, you know, so you don't get hit, and it's just, dude, it's a rush, man. That movie is a complete rush.
For sure, and like most of his movies, he doesn't hold back. Like it's pretty gory too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really really fun. I mean, it turns into a revenge story. I mean, not a revenge, but he has to, you know, really save himself and his family at the end of it, and like man up. I mean, it's about kind of going to manhood for him throughout the movie, and it finally pays off, and it just looks beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You can't even just appreciate it from the looks alone.
It is a nice looking movie.
Okay,
I
cool.
just feel
Thank
like
you. That's all I needed from
that's
you.
fine. Yeah.
Okay, that's my.
I'm not going to explain myself.
What do you got?
Uh,
Hey,
so-
you already did explain yourself.
I don't like the Mayans. That's it.
I just. No, I'm not gonna.
Just like
Um,
Mel,
Can you do it off the record
Whoa,
for
whoa,
us?
whoa, whoa.
Sure, maybe later.
Whoa,
No,
there's an underlying.
This is gonna be
theme.
like a 30-minute you guys yelling at me for not liking this movie. And I'm
Please,
just not
please.
into it
There's
right
something.
now.
There's one thing that bothers him. I know it.
I know. Oh, for
No, I
sure.
mean-
This is it. The subtitle? Is it the language?
No.
No.
No,
Because
I
he
know.
watches subtitles anyways.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
All right, so my number 3 is.
You gotta tell us that.
you're-
Man.
Comment.
I'm not gonna-
Comment if you want to hear what Damon's gripe with this
All
is.
right. So anyway, my number 3 was The Patriot. So now, since that's already been said,
Trust me.
is well, my number 6 was Signs. So moving down to number 7, Lethal Weapon 3.
Hey.
There
So-
we go.
My top
It's
5
the
is
worst
like
one.
entirely Lethal Weapon.
4.
All 4 Lethal Weapons are in my top 5 now. So that was
What
cool.
was the conspiracy?
So yeah, 3 is okay. I mean, I do think it's not the best one. I think it's the least best one. I think it's the worst one. Just put that. I don't want to say that I don't like it because I always like it,
It's the least.
but I
best one.
don't think it's not my favorite, and it's my least favorite. I do think there are some good parts of it. I think the relationship between Mel Gibson and Rene Russo's characters is fantastic, and it's kind of breathes a fresh
He's still thinking about Apocalypse.
fresh
dude.
breath of
Yeah,
air.
dude, he is so worked up.
Oh, God, I hate you guys. A fresh breath of air into this. It honestly, like, it's the happiest you see Mel Gibson's character since ever.
Or am I? Oh, it's
Like-
4.
Like, he in the first movie, he's pretty miserable because his wife is dead. In the second movie, he finds that girl he sleeps with, and then she's dead. And then the third movie, he finds Rene Russo, and that actually like sticks because she doesn't die. And he like actually legitimately looks happy, and it's probably the first time you see that in the entire franchise. And then I like the inclusion of kind of like I don't know when this movie was made. If someone wants to look it up,
19.
it's gonna be early '90s. Yeah, I was gonna say because they have that like L.A. Compton like scene where his Murtaugh's son gets involved with gangs who are
Oh yeah, I was the diplomatic immunity guy is the second one.
yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, the
yeah,
third
yes.
is the worst.
The third, I honestly don't even know who the fucking enemy in the third one is. Like,
It's like it's some arms dealer or something.
yeah, it's not even good. It's whatever. There are some, as I was saying, the inclusion of like early '90s racial tensions and like and not even that much. Like they didn't put like, you know, tensions between the two main characters or anything. It's just like his son and gangs and like the come up of like gang warfare in Los Angeles and whatnot is added, and I think that's good because it was especially very topical for the time. Why are you looking at me and smiling?
Nothing. No, it's just
You're weirding me out.
I'm not weirding you out.
You're freaking me out, man.
No.
But yeah, I think otherwise, like, the movie's decent. I mean, like I said, I can't remember who the fucking villain is. I can't even, like, Joe Pesci's there, but he's not, like, super important. Whatever.
What's your 2?
Oh, this is really fucked up because it goes in order now. So 4 was number 4, 3 was number 3, and my number 2 is Lethal Weapon 2.
Hey, diplomatic immunity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's great. I like that villain. I think he's not as good as Gary Busey in the first one, but whatever.
Busey
yeah.
he's a madman.
He
Yeah.
kills it in the first one.
Well, the fight scene in the first. Anyways,
Yeah.
no.
Okay.
He's electrocuting him.
So they're obviously their relationship keeps budding in this movie. The buddy cop thing keeps growing, and then, I mean, let's be honest. That scene where he rips down the house with his truck, awesome.
It's pretty great.
It's freaking awesome. It's
It
probably
is.
not actually like plausible, but it's awesome. Like I don't think the rope or the chain or whatever would probably hold it that much, but
No.
once we get past like real life, it's pretty dope.
Especially
And-
the weapon, dude.
Just crazy shit happens.
Right.
Is that the one where all like the people that they're working with get killed? Like with bombs and shit? Or is that the bomb in the bathroom? Or is that the third one?
That's the
That's the
third.
second.
Is
No.
it?
Where he's on the shitter and he.
Yeah.
No, that's the second one I thought. I could be.
It is the second one
Yeah.
because the third one is the nail gun.
Yep.
Nah.
When he nail guns that.
Yeah, because
Oh,
they're
yeah.
fixing the house and shit.
Yep.
All right, now we figured that out. Also a great scene. Also a great sequence is when he's on the shitter and there's the bomb and.
But
Murtaugh has to
but
come
what's
in.
even the best scene in that house, in the Murtaugh's house, is when Jet Li comes down and there's that laser on him and he's trying to wipe it
tries
off.
to wipe it off.
I want to watch all 4 of these.
They're
Right.
so good. Yes, and then the second movie obviously introduces Joe Pesci, who's
Which is
fucking fantastic.
he's
He's
great
great.
in this one, but I think they overindulged in him in the third one. They're like,
Sure.
let's
I
up
think
the
he
ante
makes
of
up
Joe
for
Pesci.
it in the fourth one where him and Chris Rock are just fucking killing it.
Dude, they are
scene
so
after scene after
good.
scene.
That's great.
Yes.
Number 2. Okay.
Number 2. Yeah.
All right. Well, I know everybody's top ones now, so go Scott.
Oh, Braveheart, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys don't have it that high, or?
I had a 3.
I haven't seen it.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, I just want to say, just to highlight, it's just, the love story to me is something I go back to, the grittiness of it, but the directing, I think, it's just great touches. Like Wallace crying only in front of Mirren, all the way through the film. And I think that it adds depth to their relationship, where she's only on the screen for, a short amount of time. But the score by James Horner is one that you
It
can.
was great.
R.I.P. Horner, you're the man.
Yep.
But like it delves into your soul and just it uplifts you to an immortal state when you hear that tune, and it's so great. And I think the script is very sound as well. Like I said before, Randall Wallace is the writer of this one, and leaving out the historical inaccuracies, which let's face it, it's a fucking movie. Get over it,
At a certain point, it's gonna happen.
Right. So but I feel that Murren and Williams' romance just jettisons this film. This film and the revenge aspect. Human worth and freedom of a people, tremendously.
Right.
But I just want to take a minute and put into specifics how wonderful Randall Wallace's writing is, and obviously the directing. And it's a scene that's set on the night of William Wallace's father and brother's funeral, and it's shot with this reaction shot from William Wallace and his uncle to the grave of his brother and his dad, and it's only lit by firelight, and it's and William and his uncle are lit by a nice softer light. It's not as harsh. And William, asks the uncle what the men are doing by the graves, and then William's uncle says, "They're mourning in their own way," and then he just says, "Outlawed tunes on outlawed pipes." And for me, I feel like this scene sets forth an ideal inside our main character's head that if a person indeed is deserved enough, that you should go to great lengths to honor them.
Right.
And I think that, just think what starts Wallace's rebellion in the first place. It's the honor and the memory of the person that left the longest lasting impact on his soul, and that's Murren. And then at the scene where his father and brother are buried, he has no reaction whatsoever, except for the fact that Murren gives him a flower, and that's the only time we see him cry in that entire film.
Right.
And you think he's going to cry at the funeral of Murren. Sorry to spoil that, Damon. Yeah. She gets killed.
Not paying attention.
Oh,
cool.
So I think that that scene in itself, it really pushes forth. But the most recent time I watched this, I was just floored by the editing. The way it's used to trick you, the way it's used to tell a soft, tender scene juxtaposed with an epic battle scene. Beautiful parallel edits and spectacular dissolves. And although there are a few rigid cuts, I feel it retells Braveheart and shapes the way that it is and how it ends. So for me, Braveheart number one, baby.
I mean, you said it best. I mean, there's just so much memorable everything from that movie, from the writing, from the soundtrack, from the performances and the characters written too, as well as just just really the actual epicness from the movie. It's just a fantastic movie. So
I looked up who the editor had lost to, the editor of Braveheart had lost to, and I'm trying to think back to, I think it was like the '96 Oscars.
Yep.
I'm trying to remember who it was, and I'm blanking on it now. But it was a good film, and I God, it's right on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember it. But now that I look here, I don't think I have it written down. But yeah, I mean, either way, Braveheart, Damon, you better borrow it because it's fucking good.
I was gonna say the only way I'm probably watching that is if someone forces me.
Why?
I don't know. It's just gotten to that point where I've heard enough about it where I'm just gonna
Yeah, but isn't that the same with Citizen Kane? When the hell did you first watch that?
School.
Oh, so they did force you.
Yeah.
Never
cool.
mind.
Well, on to me, which is your top one too.
You don't know me.
Yeah, it's Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, it's Lethal Weapon.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Let's do it.
Officially, all of your movies are directed by the same guy.
Oh.
Richard Donner directed all 4 Lethal Weapons, and he directed Conspiracy Theory.
Wow.
This
guy's a closet Donner
I
fan.
really love that guy. I don't know anything about him.
Hey, Richard Donner made the first 2 Superman, so he's all right in my book.
Okay.
So, anyways, Lethal Weapon 1. What more can we say? I mean, introduction to Merton Riggs. Honestly, probably one of the best duos on screen ever. They're just so perfect together, so opposite, but it just meshed together so well. And probably my favorite role Mel Gibson's ever had, Martin Riggs. It's just he's insane, but you feel so deeply for him still in a movie that's a comedy essentially. I mean, there's a lot of drama to it.
There is, especially the first one. The first one is definitely
sure.
a lot action and a lot drama. But a lot comedy.
And I think the key element to this movie, and why it's better than the other 3, is Shane Black, the writer. He wrote just something. I mean, this is the guy's forte. He wrote
Matt Forte.
Yeah, he wrote and just sculpted these characters so perfectly that that it's like this is the template for cop buddy comedies to move forward. So and we did a list on that before. So
we did a buddy cop list.
It's just such a fun movie. I mean, I obviously made a awesome franchise as you have stated, but this is the best one bar none. Best Mel Gibson movie,
definitely. Best villain, best story. I don't think they could pick better actors. I mean, Mel Gibson and Danny Glover are just
that's the thing.
Amazing together.
Their chemistry is fantastic.
They could have done anything better than that.
Before Danny Glover's lisp.
Yeah.
Find swagger. He's wounded. Shoot him.
But yeah,
good God,
you like this movie too, don't you?
I do like it, and it's slowly become one of my favorites because obviously the first one I watched was Lethal Weapon 4.
That's right.
Private investigator. I want you to investigate my privates. Anyways.
Telephone tough guy.
So yeah, man. But what really brings me back is just it's more of Riggs's what he's dealing with.
Yeah.
And like I just love the scene. I mean, I don't love it.
It's really hard. Emotional. I know what scene you're going to talk about.
Yeah, the one where he's in his trailer and he's about to try to he's gonna shoot himself in the back of his throat, and that cartoon is on at the time, and it's like, man, just puts kind of the reality of what he's going through, kind of puts it into perspective. So
for sure.
It's really unfortunate they're trying to make a TV show off of this.
Yeah. Whatever. We'll just
fucking
live like it's not even a thing.
Live like you were dying.
I mean, that's been what I've been doing this entire time. So.
All right,
so
let's put this on. Obviously, we have to go with Lethal Weapon.
Yay!
And I'm pretty confident that Braveheart's number 2 because it was my number 3.
Chill.
Okay, well, we can't put every Lethal Weapon movie on the list.
Not?
All right, so Lethal Weapon 1, Braveheart 2. Now we're on to 3s. What'd you guys have at 3? Well,
I don't remember. Originally, it was Braveheart.
I had Apocalypto at 2. Or no, I had Apocalypto at 3 with the Patriot at 2.
I had Apocalypto was my number 2. He doesn't like it. Remember?
What's your 2?
Lethal Weapon 2.
I had Lethal Weapon 2 with my 5 originally.
That's not in my 5. So you want
Apocalypto?
Or Patriot. He has Patriot.
Patriot, Apocalypto then.
Alright. Haha, fuck you, Apocalypto, you fell. Son of a bitch.
I can't wait to hear what you.
I feel like I know why.
Alright.
It's probably because he watched it with somebody that he doesn't.
I've seen it twice. You think I watched it with the same person twice?
I think because we played it when we were watching, or we were drinking in a basement. I'm pretty sure that's what.
That was the second time.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So we're at 5 right now.
I had Signs on my list.
Signs at 4 for me.
6.
It was at 7. I had Lethal Weapon 2 at 5. Is that on there yet?
No.
And it was his 2.
All right, Lethal Weapon 2. Then Signs?
See?
Come on, not Sings. Signs.
Or Sings. Whatever.
All right, we're at 7.
Well,
Dude, you didn't put Chicken Run on there.
Nobody put Chicken Run.
I forgot about Chicken Run.
That's
oh,
rough.
Man, that
Nobody
sucks.
said anything
Chicken
about
Run was my
Pocahontas either.
Well, fuck Pocahontas.
Okay.
Siski might put him on there.
Seen Chicken Run a long time though. I should watch it again.
But what do you guys? What else are you guys missing?
Well, I mean,
the
Trace
Beaver
really loves the Beaver, so.
I don't really love it. I mean,
He loves
it was.
the Beaver.
Did any of you have We Were Soldiers on there?
No, but I would put that on there over Beaver.
So We Were Soldiers and Beaver, or what? We Lethal Weapon 4 too, which I had on my list.
Oh yeah, fucking Trace.
What?
It was my 8.
There you go.
Only because I knew you had it on there. Otherwise, it would have leapfrogged what women want.
Fair enough. There you go. I'm okay with it.
Lethal Weapon 4.
Lethal Weapon 4. And then if you're a waiter, what's today's special? What's today? Wednesday. Salmon sweet sour pork, barbecue spare ribs.
I can't believe you remember what he actually says there.
I don't remember the first part, but it's barbecue spare ribs. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, where are we at? 8.
Oh my god, we still need 2 more.
Well, we were soldiers in the Beaver.
Yeah, okay. What else do you have?
What do you have?
Lethal Weapon 3 is not going to be on there.
That's fine.
Sorry.
What else do you have?
Lethal Weapon 2 was my number 2.
Oh, conspiracy theory.
Okay, conspiracy theory.
We can give you a conspiracy theory.
Not Lethal Weapon 2. Oh, that's already on there. Never mind. Okay. Yeah. I want conspiracy theory.
All right.
Bitch.
Don't care. I've been
Conspiracy theory at 10 or Beaver at 10?
Conspiracy theory can be at 10. Let's be honest, it's a shitty movie, but
It's a Richard Donner classic.
All right. Well, I feel really bad for Chicken Run. I would have had that fucker up.
You can put it on there. We can just throw it in there just to feel because we feel bad about it.
No, conspiracy
take
theory.
off the Beaver.
No, the conspiracy theory
fine.
staying on. We forgot about it. It happens. But
Sorry,
I just want to say
Chicken
Chicken Run. Sorry we didn't highlight you. Great claymation.
Yeah, it really is.
Wow.
Just-
Good voice acting. Pocahontas, you suck.
Yeah, fuck you, Pocahontas.
All right. Top 10 Mel Gibson acted and directed films. At number 10, Conspiracy Theory.
Woot, woot.
At number 9, The Beaver.
Woot woot.
At number 8, We Were Soldiers. Woot woot.
There you go.
Alright, I gotta go this way. Though.
Okay.
We Were Soldiers. Okay. What number are we on?
7.
You should have numbered these.
Sorry.
7. Lethal Weapon 4. Woot woot.
Woot woot. Yeah, yeah.
Number 6. Signs.
Woot
Yeah.
woot.
Number 5. Way too low. Is Lethal Weapon 2.
Ouch.
Woot.
Alright.
Forward.
Number 4, Apocalypto. Woot woot.
Boo.
3, The Patriot. 2, Braveheart.
Oh, yeah.
And number 1,
Lethal.
Oh, Lethal Weapon.
Sorry.
Lethal
Weapon.
Weapon. Yeah.
Guys, thanks so much for listening. Like us, subscribe.
Miserably.
We did a Mel Gibson movie bracket challenge, so please go check that out. All of his films. We have a winner. I can't remember the winner right now. But anyways, go check that one out. Like, subscribe. I already said that shit. Go see Mel Gibson's movie Hacksaw Ridge. We got to get this guy unblacklisted because he needs to be in more shit. Check out Bloodfather as well. Anything you guys want to say?
No.
Just stay tuned. Probably more content coming out soon. I'm trying to work out something with myself and hopefully Franco with doing some movie reviews as they come out. So
Sweet.
Look out for
Fuck
that.
you.
Yeah, check it out. Just
sure you
remember
like
one
it.
thing. Give me back my son!